CEO for Airtel Malawi, Mr. Francis Bisika. Sorry. Mr. Charles Kamoto, my apologies. PS for Information, Mrs. Tokozele Banda. Chief Director in the e-government in the Ministry of Information, Mr. Francis Bisika. Director of Information, Mr. Mzati Nkolokosa. All officials from the Ministry of Information, colleagues from the media, welcome to this press conference this evening. The press conference has been organized by the Ministry of Information in conjunction with Malawi Communications Regulatory Authority and also Airtel Malawi. This evening, Airtel Malawi has good news to the country, and I will not preempt that. I would want them to unbundle that good news themselves. Perhaps the minister may want to know, since this is a press conference, the media personnel that are here, I think it would be very important for the minister to know who is here, which media houses are here. Can we have some self-introductions, colleagues from the media?
Honorable Minister, I'm Lisa Kadango, working for Malawi News Agency.
I am Roy Nkos from the Ministry of Information.
Good evening, I'm Sam Piri from MBC.
I'm Dumbani Mzali from Nation Newspaper.
I am Trabo Zira, Malawi News Agency.
Kathe Maulid, Midge FM. Kathe Maulidi, Midge FM.
Minister of Information.
Thank you very much. I think Times is on the way. Rainbow Television on the way. I can also see Lunta arriving. Thank you very much. May I invite Director General from MACRA to open the floor with a speech this evening.
Minister of Information, Honorable KAZAKO, the Secretary for Information, Mrs. Tokozele Banda, Chief Director in the Ministry, Mr. Francis Bisika, Director of Information, Mr. Mzati Nkolokosa, Managing Director of Airtel, Mr. Kamoto, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. MACRA today is very excited to be part of this initiative. As you know, Honourable Minister, sir, there has been wide complaint regarding the pressing of data in Malawi. And about 3 weeks ago, MACRA did receive a complaint from KAMA on that very point. And you, Honourable Minister, did visit MACRA just about 2 weeks ago. And you also did express the same concern, not only as a consumer, but perhaps as government, not perhaps, but as government, that had listened to the voices of the people. And so, about 2 days ago, we, as MACRA, got together the consumers. That did include, we did invite KAMA, the Competition and Fair Trading Commission, ICTAM is ICT Association of Malawi, and CSO Alliance, to hear their side of the story. And they did lay heavy stress on the fact that internet in Malawi was and maybe is expensive. And so, as mandated by the Act, Section 6, Subsection 1 of the Communications Act 2016, we, as MACRA, as a regulator, we are mandated to ensure that internet is affordable in Malawi. And so we did engage, after meeting the consumers, we did invite the operators to engage them in discussion. These included Airtel, TNM, and others. We had their side of the story. They said the cost of internet is a reflection of a number of phenomena, including the fact that Malawi is landlocked, and that to import internet into the country ends up at a landed cost that is high. There were other issues like cost of energy, level of taxation, and all that, which certainly this government being a listening one is going to take up. Nevertheless, we said there is need for the operators to do something, because the perception is that internet in Malawi is very expensive. So they went back, and yesterday we got an application from Airtel Malawi to reduce the cost of internet by way of pay-as-you-go, as well as bundles. Now, the law says that whether it's an increase in price or a reduction, that must be approved by the authority. And we immediately engaged our authorities to get the approvals, and we have since gotten approvals and written to Airtel accordingly. Honourable Minister, we would like to say that it's not the first time the prices have gone down. MACRA has been engaging with the operators for quite a bit of time. Like in 2017, we did engage them. That culminated in prices going down in 2019. Airtel, for example, pay as you go per megabyte was at 31.5. It went down to 15. 10M, it was at 33. It went down to 25. And today, because of what has happened, Airtel has gone down from 15 to 5. And so we are saying that this is not the first and last time this has happened. Minister will continue to engage the operators to make sure that internet is affordable in this country. In the near future, we intend to engage a consultant to come and establish the true cost of internet in this country. And that if it is clear that it's still expensive, we'll get around to engage the operators accordingly. In terms of the bundles, what has happened is that Airtel has realigned them and increase the volumes. For example, 100 Kwacha was buying 15 megabytes, but now it will be buying 25. The rest of the package, Honourable Minister, I think will come from the operator themselves. With this, sir, may I thank you, Honourable Minister, for setting the tone as government that internet must go down in this country. It's a clear demonstration that this government has got the welfare of the people at heart. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, DG MACRA, for those remarks. May I invite the CEO for Airtel Malawi, Mr. Charles Kamoto, to also give his remarks. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Director of Ceremonies. Minister of Information, Honorable Gospel KAZAKO, the Principal Secretary, Minister of Information, Mrs. Tokozi Banda, DG MACRA, Mr. Henry Shamu, all representatives from the Ministry and MACRA, colleagues from Airtel, members of the press, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to echo at the onset the views expressed by the Director General of MACRA. Indeed, as a country, we've had an issue. We have followed, Honorable Minister, the issues from social media and about. We are a listening brand. And to that effect, Honorable Minister, you will recall last week we did issue a letter to the consumers that we're listening and we're seeing what is possible to be done. There are a few facts out there that need correction, but that said, we are not stopped from listening. And in that regard, Honorable Minister, I would like also to clearly express here that Airtel Malawi actually shares the government's goal of making high-quality digital services available and affordable for the people of Malawi. We have, like I said, listened carefully to the feedback from our customers and understand the concerns and where they're coming from. Realizing that it is a process, first we've got to work out if it makes sense to do something about that, because business must make sense, and see how properly this can be addressed. We, at the same time, like we expressed in our letter last week, we had to engage you, Honorable Minister. I had a one-on-one meeting with you. It was a good meeting, progressive. From there, through your guidance, you said we should also engage particularly the authority, which we did throughout the week, including the meeting that the DG particularly referred to, that being of the telco or ISP CEOs in the country, which was also a fruitful meeting. From these conversations, we've been able to come up with something that we said we must first of all reach out to the authority for approval, because it is the right thing to do so. And because of our heart towards this, we decided that we should be able to respond to the needs of the customers, partly highlighted by the DG. And I would like the customers to hear those changes from myself. First and foremost, we are increasing the benefits, meaning the volume of data that the customers get in the top 8 most popular bundles. So our popular bundles, 8, we've singled out 8 of them. Because they are popular, we've got to address them. And because it also makes business sense to do so. I will get into detail of those 8 bundles. The principle that we have applied is we keep the price point the same as they were buying, so the consumers will not experience change. They will not start to look at which one is the new bundle here. So it will be those same bundles, but they'll have more volume or more benefits. So I'll get to that. Secondly, we decided that our pay-go rate, which was 15 kwacha, goes down to 5 kwacha per MB. So effectively, we believe this will go a long way in easing the challenge that our consumers face as they use our internet as far as pricing is concerned. So if you allow me, Honorable Minister, to highlight those 8 bundles that we have addressed on top of the pay-as-you-go price. We have the daily volume bundle, which the price is 100 kwacha. This used to give 15 MB. Now it's going to give 25 MB. That's like about 67% increase in value that the customer will get out of this bundle. The 150 kwacha bundle was giving 30 MB. It will now give 45 MB. That's 50%. Volume bundle per net 80, which was giving the price point for this one was 300 kwacha was giving 50 MB. It will now give 8 MB. That's 60% increase in value. 600 kwacha bundle, which was giving 150, it will now give 175 MB. That's 17% increase. Then we have the WhatsApp bundle, 1,000 kwacha bundle, which was giving 300 MB, will now give 350 MB. That's 17% up. Then WhatsApp bundle at the price point of 230 was giving 90 MB. Now it will give 120. That's 33% up. WhatsApp bundle, whose price is 560, was giving 400 MB. Now it will give 500 MB. That's 25% up. And WhatsApp 1,000 kwacha bundle was giving 800 MB. It will now give 1 GB. That's 28% up. Honorable Minister, these changes, we believe they'll go a long way to ease the burden and pressure on our consumers. I know particularly on WhatsApp, our customers want to do quite a lot. And we aim to deliver greater affordability and enable customers to do more for what they love online for less, whether it's surfing the web, whether it's watching videos, posting and viewing statuses, chatting with friends, and so on and so forth, that our consumers want to do online. These changes, Honorable Minister, will be effected on the 3rd of August. That's on Monday. We have, Honorable Minister, over the past 3-4 years, consistently lowered prices, expanded our 4G network coverage across the country. Today, literally, wherever you see an Airtel tower, there is 2G, there is 3G, and 4G. Most of the new areas that we're covering now, they're having 4G the first day that the site is there. You will recall, our Minister, that we had to start 2G and have 10 years of waiting for 3G, then 10 years of waiting for 4G. This is now a thing of the past. Those areas that we're converting to coverage as new areas today, they have all these technologies almost in a single day. Honorable Minister, this is despite the challenge that we raise about our being landlocked, which increases the cost of delivery of these services. We continue to invest in the country. We have deployed fiber, 2,100 kilometers of fiber in the country, spanning from Lilongwe to Nchinji, Lilongwe now going up to Songwe, connecting to Tanzania, and connecting to Mozambique via Zobwe, as a way of building resilience in the country, that data must continue to be available in higher level of capacities. So the resilience has been built, and we believe we should deliver better experience to our customers. We can't say for sure that our network is the fastest network in the country. Customers attest to this. So we have listened very carefully to the feedback from our customers, and hope this increase in data benefits that we have done in the bundles goes a long way to helping our customers get the best possible value across all of our bundles. Our other bundles that we have not touched, Honorable Minister, outside the ones that we're changing now, continue to remain fairly discounted to meet varying customer requirements. We are committed to making high-quality digital services affordable to all in Malawi. I thank you so much, Honorable Minister, for your attention. Good evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kamoto, for those remarks. Before I invite the Minister to address us, let me just say that, Honorable Minister, we in the Ministry of Information are very much excited because of your leadership. The direction that you give the ministry is really promising a lot. We are ready to assist you to achieve the manifesto of the Tonsi Alliance government. Already, this is day number 14 in your office, but the ICT sector is already taking a very vibrant direction. We are so much excited about that, and we pledge to move with you. Ladies and gentlemen, when the Minister addresses us in English, I'll also request him to give a summary in Chichewa for the sake of the larger audience out there. Remember, this event is live on Zodiac Television. May I invite the Honorable Minister to address us. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like it's not a sad moment. We need to be happy. Do you want us to go back to the usual bundles, maybe? Yeah, so we need to be happy. We need to be happy. We are a government that is ensuring that its people are happy. We put people first. the Managing Director for Airtel Malawi, Mr. Charles Kamoto, the Principal Secretary of Information, Mrs. Togozire Banda, Director General, Malawi Communications Regulatory Authority, Mr. Henry Shamu, and your team from MACRA, the Chief Director of E-Government, Mr. Francis Bisika, all senior government officials present, all invited media houses, ladies and gentlemen. I am delighted, at the same time honored to preside over the press briefing of good news. I say delighted because, as you may have heard earlier, this press briefing is about reduction of data bundles by Airtel Malawi. This announcement is warmly received by the government, your government, the government of His Excellency Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, President of the Republic of Malawi. The President is very keen and is always checking on us to make sure whatever we do it for the people. And he is insisting that we have to do things that will give service to the people of Malawi. The aim of the Tonse Alliance government is to make life affordable and, of course, enjoyable. People would like to see some kind of difference. The Tonse philosophy is for the improvement of life of the ordinary Malawian struggling to make ends meet through provision of basic socio-economic services. One major aspect of life is internet connectivity. The favorable gesture by Airtel Malawi Limited could not have come at a better time other than this time. This time when the COVID-19 pandemic is having adverse effects on mostly low-income earners who no longer view internet connectivity as a luxury, but as a necessity and, of course, as a basic need. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, for Malawi to forge ahead in the digital era, it is of paramount importance that ICT services be accessible and affordable at all times. This is why the Malawi government has placed the ICT sector as a priority amongst priorities, and the telecommunications subsector is a catalyst of that very important process. I need not to overemphasize, therefore, that affordable internet charges will go a long way towards bridging the digital divide between the rich and the poor. In so doing, the country shall achieve inclusivity in the reaping of economic benefits that come as a result of digital dividends. Let me assure you, all of you, that the Tonse Alliance government will continue to provide a conducive environment to investors in Malawi, including those in the ICT sector. For this reason, I call upon all investors to emulate the good example set by Airtel Malawi Limited, which has shown that it can also have the welfare of the ordinary people at heart. These are not dangerous capitalists. These are not just investors. I think they have demonstrated that they know that whatever they do it for the people and is consumed by the people. As a result, they must have an ear to listen when there are outcries coming from the people that they do business with. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're not supposed to make a lot of speeches and long speeches, because we would also want to go back and start enjoying affordable internet from Airtel. Now, Airtel, thank you so much. We appreciate this. We started talking, and in no time you reacted. That's what we need. We need to move. Not just having too many meetings, too many conferences, too many seminars, too many interfaces, and we are not moving. The president is looking for results in every sector, regardless which one. He's looking for results, and he's always checking every time. You can just receive a call at a very, what I might call, awkward time. He's trying to find out on something, and if you're not tuned up, you find that he has a lot of knowledge than what you have. So we ministers are on our tenterhooks day and night to keep up with his pace. But before I conclude my speech, Airtel, let me also say that, yes, the data, you have done well, but we'll still be coming back to you to check what you are going to do on the expiry of these, the validity of these bundles. We would want them to scrape off, because we think that it's fair that if someone has bought a service from you, you don't have to force him to consume it at a specific time. He needs to enjoy it, plan his usage, and so on and so forth. So that's for another day. We should be able to start talking. I'm sure you also listen. There's also interest that is charged when people borrow some service from you. We also want to do an investigation and see whether that creates interface with the regulatory body, the Reserve Bank of Malawi. That is, if people are not overcharged. If it is fine, well and good, we move on. Bonus also. We are looking forward to a day when bonus must be automatic. Bonus must be automatic. I mean, you've been kind to give someone bonus. Why should he demand it? It doesn't have to claim it. It has to be automatic. Because what happens is there's a lot of bonuses that I'm sure you just kept. There was a time when you and me were discussing, I had said, maybe you needed to give back all the bonuses for the past 1 year. Then we say, okay, maybe let's just start from here and move forward. So I think that we also have to look at that. But one thing that we have also noted, the Tonse Alliance government would want to create a lot of jobs to a tune of 1 million. And we know we are paying attention to every sector. At Airtel, we noticed that there are so many people from India. There are so many Indians at Airtel. We don't have any problem with that, but you must have a plan, an exit plan, so that these people must start to train our local young people, young women, young ladies to take over those positions. We're very pleased that we have a CEO who is one of us. That's already one job secured, but we would want a little more. There are too many Asians, too many Indians at Airtel, and I think we also have well-qualified Malawians that, given an opportunity, they can actually tune themselves up and become like them. So I hope you'll be working on a plan so that Malawians must take up some of those jobs. Because if we continue that, it means all the efforts that we're doing here, we are creating jobs for India. And that's not what we had promised the people. So I hope you're going to look at that quite seriously. Otherwise, I would want to wish you well. MACRA, you said that you'll be engaging a consultant to really check if indeed, or if it is true that internet is expensive in Malawi. Of course, the best consultant is a person who is using the service. Yeah, the best consultant is a person who is using the service. It's the reaction. This is why even me as a responsible officer, responsible minister, I'm not happy yet. I can smile a little bit, but I can now smile a little more when I hear that the people that we are representing in the whole equation are able to enjoy internet. They are able to somehow see better space, better value of the money that they pay. That's what is going to make me a bit happy. At the moment, we'll be waiting for their feedback. But all in all, thank you very much, Airtel. This is very good. In fact, you have shown a lot of leadership and a lot of maturity in, by hearing and listening and taking action on the outcries. Anandira nkuleko nchichewa pang'ono kwanza atameni samamva achichewa amene mwina sama takumva Chingerezi koma tikatero sindiye kuti anthu amene amakhala osamva Chingerezi ndi anthu oti alibe zero ndi language basi chimodzimodzinso anthu ena ophunzira kwambiri koma mwina sangathe kumva chiyawo kapena kumva chitumbuka. Usiku wa lero ndi usiku wabwino chifukwa ino Airtel mwatsitsa mitengo mama akakuonjezera service yanu mabundles anu mwakulitsirapo ndalama yomweyo anthu adzipeza kuti kabando kawo nkakakulu zili ngati kuti uno mumakhala nyumba ya renti ndio malipira 5,000 kwacha pa mwezi ndakuza kuti ayi udzilipira 5,000 komodzi khala mwezi ndi half ndiye kuti pamene pozikuyenda bwino mwinanso kuti udzikhala miyezi iwiri ndalama yake yomweyo ndiye kuti pamenepo zikuyenda bwino. Timati kuthokozeni kwambiri kuti titakambirana munaonetsetsa kuti zimenezi muchite komanso izi sitingochita tikuchita chifukwa chakuti lonjezo limene atonse alliance tinapanga nthawi imene timachita campaign inali yonena kuti miyoyo ya anthu idzatukuke. Ndiye pakali pano moyo wa munthu wa lero si moyo umene anali nawo 1954 kapena 1932. Panopa moyo wa anthu unasintha. Anthu akukhala kwambiri pa internet, ma business yawo akukhala pamenepo, kulankhulana pamenepo, kuchita zinthu zosiyana zotukula dziko pamenepo. Komanso kwakukulukulu kuti pakali pano dziko muno tili ndi chipsinjo chachikulu cha matenda cha COVID-19. Anthu ambiri akuyenera mphateza mauthenga osiyana kuti amve zoona zenizeni. Akuyenera kumakhala ndi nthawi yokhala pa net bwinobwino. Koma ndi mmene zinalili paja ndiye kuti kungokhala wachokapo koma pano pandikhulupirira kuti pang'ono pokha anthu atha kuona kuti apepukidwa ndipo adzitapeza mauthenga osiyana. Komabe ngakhale zitatero sikundiye kuti tamalizira pomwepo. Tidzabweranso tsiku lina kuti tikambirane chifukwa zinthu zinzokambirana. Kukambirana kwathu kudzafuna kuti tidzaone kuti kodi izo mati zichite expires. Zimezi zofuna kuti tizithetse. Munthu akagula data yake wala akagula bando yake agwirisire ntchito monga mmene akufunira. Osati amugwirisire mawa mbwereso. Tisapange choncho ya. Ndiye zimezi zofuna kuti muziunike ndikhulupirira capacity imene ilipo maiko ena anayamba kale kunokonso pamene tateremo tikuyenda. Anthunso amene muchita nawo business akhale odekha zimezi zichitika kutsogoloku. Boma lawo lili pano, boma la Dr. Lazarus Chakwera limene likuonetsa kuti sector ina iliyonse idziyenda bwinobwino. Anthu asimango amati kufinyika, anthu kufinyika monga mmene afinyikira mpaka kale. Boma nkaphe ngati tisiri kumva ya. Ife boma ili tikudziwa kuti boma ili ndi anthu. Boma ili ndilotumikira anthu. Kupanda anthuwa ndi kuti boma ali palibepo ndiye tikuyesetsa kuti chite china chilichonse kuti tidzichita zinthu za anthu. Komanso tiona kuti tidzaunike kuti kodi ma interest amene mmachacha kaja kuti munthu kabwereka kanthu pa phone pache ummachacha kacha kamene kaja sikakudula kwambiri. Tifunse muno bwino ku Reserve Bank ku first major ngati kubwereka na malonda mapanga zindiregulator wake. Akati zili bwino palibe vuto tizipita tsogolo. Akati sizili bwino ndio tidzakambira naso. Komanso pali zije mati bonus. Bonus munthu mata achite claim ndi anthu amachita kukumbutsana lero pa 14 lero pa 14 bonus zingobwera. Ndi yake munthu zili ngati anagula ntedza kandi nzama oloka anagula zitumbuwa ndiye wagula zitumbuwa 10 ndiye mwampasapo ziwiri. Asachita sokumbutsa ya. Wagula date likabwera munthu angoona kuti ndinagula izi ndikhulupirira zimene zitha kukhala bwino. Komanso china chimene timati tinene kumapeto kuno ndichionera kuti ku Airtel mugwira ntchito yabwino ndipo ntchito ina ndi imeneyi imene mukuonetsa kuti ya being responsive kumapanga zinthu zoti anthu asaone kupweteka kwambiri pa net. Tikudziwa inde kuti mutha kuchita bwino koposera apa koma apa chokondweretsa nchoti tayambapo. Ndiye koma kumene kuja pofuna kuti boma lathu litufuna lichite create ntchito 1 million. koma tachita notice kuti ambiri amene akugwira ntchito kumene kucha si anthu aku Malawi kuno, ndi anthu aku India. Ndiye ife sitikukana, sitimadana ndi anthu aku ina ayi, koma muonetsati pakhale plan yonena kuti anthu aku India iyi aja akagwira adzithanso kuasira a Malawi. Tifuna mmene muli lino choncho ya managing director pasipo sepa pakhale anyamata akuchira Zulu, anyamata akanyezerera kucholo uku, anyamata akuchoda, anyamata akunchinji, anyamata akumzimba, anyamata akunkhotakota, atenge ntchito zimene zijazo. Chifukwa tikapitiliza kuti zingoti anthu awo ka technician keneke ngokonza magetsi mwakatenga ku India. Kamukizina zake zoti anyamata athu kuno kaliko and well qualified mukusiya mukutenga anthu aku India. Ndiye kuti ife tizichita create ntchito za anthu aku India. Zimene zili kudziwa sizikuchitika mu sector yokhai yathu ya ICT, komanso pali mahotelo ndi malo ina ambirimbiri kuti munthu kungokalanga mpunga mukatenga munthu wote anachokera ku Bangladesh kandi kuti. Ntchito zimenezo ndizonena kuti tikhale ntchito za Malawi. Chifukwa kuti ntchito zitikamana kuti kuchita create ntchito zake zina ndi zimene zizi. Boma lingoyenera kuti likhale ndi mapolisi alipo kale koma tichite enforce zimene zikuti anthu akhale ndi ntchito yabwino. Ndiye ndikhulupirira kuti zimene zimuyikaponso kagawo pang'ono. MACRA munanena kuti mudzaona kuti mwabweretsa consultant. Munthu katswiri kuti adzatiuze kuti kodi zinthu zikudula kapena iya. Nkhani yabwino koma ndikhulupirira kuti consultant wabwino kwambiri ndi anthu amene amakhala pa native. Amene ndi amene amadziwa amaona kuwawa kapena kudula kwa internet. Inde adzabwera koma mudzafunsenso anthu bwino osangopanga zinthu za mkalasi yafa mkalasi matusa zinthu zina zinthu zenizeniso zili zinthu zina zimachitika sitikudana ndi mkalasi ya koma anthu mufa mupanga zinthu za academic ukuku anthu akuzunzika. Ndiye zofuna kuzipanga bwino kuti padzatuluke chilungamo chenicheni kuti kodi ndiyoduladi kapena iyayi. Koma pakali pano ife tikukhulupirirabe kuti imene ndiyodula. Ndiye ndikuthokozeni kwambiri kuti mwatitsitsirako pang'ono tikhulupirirabe kuti tizikambiranabe kuti kutsogolo kuno monga mmene mwanati over the years. Komano china chimene chidabwitsa nchoti nanga kuti munachita apapa zinakhala bwanja MD kuti munachita kuti tichitenga takumbutsa. Chifukwa ndiyo zimene munakakha mutazipanga tonokha mwina miyezi yapitayo. Komabe hayi kuchita ndi kuchita basi and we are very thankful. Ndiye ndikufunireni zabwino zonse. Ndikudziwa kuti pali zinanso zimene inunso muli ndi madandaulo anu kapena nkhawa zanu zimene mafuna muzikambirana ndi boma. Boma ili it's a civilized government izimvetsera wina aliyense. Mavuto anu ndotani tonse pamodzi tizipeza ma solution ndikumaona kuti industry imeneyi idzikwera. Chifukwa ICT ndimene itatipangitse futi tipite kutsogolo ngati dziko. Ndiye tiyesetsa ndithu kuti anthu amene apanga business zimenezo nawonso adzipeza phindu labwino osati phindu loti anthu akumvana lokuwawa ya koma phindu loti apanga business aliyense akukondwera Malawi akondwa iwo akondwa komanso bomanso lakondweranso. Ndimene tifuna tizichita zinthu osangoti kungokondwera iwo Malawi akulira boma likudandaula. I think zimenezo si zimene tikuyembekeza kuti tizichita. Ndofunireni zabwino zonse. Panso pomaliza nene kuti zikomo koma tikhale tikukambira naso kutsogolo kuti mwina apapa tayambapo ndi nkhani yabwino. Zikomo kwambiri.
Tiombenso manja kawiri kwa nduna. Honorable Minister, PS for Information, the Chief Director in E-Government, MACRA DG, Airtel Malawi MD, Director of Information, officials from the Ministry, officials from Airtel Malawi, officials from MACRA, colleagues from the various media houses gathered in here this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, this marks the end of the press briefing we had this evening. Before I invite Mr. Chitsonga for a closing prayer, we have some snacks, and may I invite all of us to partake of those snacks. And at his pleasure, the minister may leave the conference room. May I invite, therefore, Mr. Chisonga to give us a closing prayer.
Let us bow our heads in prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you because we asked you when we were starting our meeting to be with us. Indeed, we have seen your presence in our meeting because it has been a peaceful and a fruitful meeting. Lord, there are a lot of promises which have been made here for the betterment of ICT users in Malawi. We ask you, Lord, to be with all the companies who are providing various services in this sector, that as they do their business, they should also consider the consumers who are the people of Malawi, that their services should be affordable but also of high quality. Very soon we'll be parting. We ask you, Lord, to be with each one of us as we'll be going to our respective places. Grant us good health so that a day appointed by you we should be able to meet again and discuss other issues pertaining to our country, Malawi. We have asked all this in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.